Ata?
Yes, ma'am. This is same.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we will discuss about stem and root modification. So first we can go for a stem modification. So we already know that what exactly stem is doing, what is the function of stem is, that is stem, that is generally considered to be the central axis of the plant, supports leaves and flowers of a plant. Okay. Stem has nodes from which new shoots and sometimes new roots can arise. It's usually found above ground but can be modified and found below ground as well. Okay. So these are the various functions. Again, we are discussing further the functions of stem, but this exactly what stem is doing. So stem is the generally a center axis. It bears leaves and flowers. It has nodes and new shoots. Sometimes new roots can arise. And as we observed previously, that stem is showing modifications. Modifications can be further separated as sub subaerial, aerial, and underground. Okay, so stem is again modified for various functions. So it supports the leaves and flowers and fruits, conduction of water, minerals, and sugars, and photosynthesis. Stem is doing photosynthesis also in some of the plants, in some of the examples. Okay, and storage. Further function of this stem is storage. Okay. So these are the functions of steam. And again, important function is the defense. We have many examples where steam is doing a function of defense. So plants have defense mechanism like humans. Humans have human system. Living organisms have human systems. But the defense mechanism shown by the plant is the human system of the plant. So as we learn about the thorns, that is one of the part of the defense system. Whatever the secondary metabolites, these are the part of defense system of the plant, and generally they beared by stem. Okay. So these are the various functions of the stem. So where they are bearing leaves, they are bearing leaves and flowers. Again, you can observe the different arrangement of the plant. This plant is Asclepias, which is known as a milkweed. Okay. It is called as a milkweed because it is secreting latex. Okay. All these plants from these families, they are secreting latex. Okay. So stem supports the display of leaves. Okay. So it is a central axis. Further, stem orient the leaves toward the light with minimal overlap among the leaves so that there should not be overlap. We already learned about the arrangement of leaves, which is known as the phyllotaxy, where we discussed about the arrangement which is opposite and alternate. Okay, so it is opposite, parallel, and another one is decussate. Decussate means a first pair and second pair. They are 90 degrees to each other. This is again a second pair. This is the next pair, which is again a 90 degree. This is next pair, which is 90 degrees. So this is arrangement is known as a decussate, opposite decussate. Okay, these all arrangements they bear by this stem. And why these arrangements are? These arrangements because they should get a maximum light with minimal overlap of the leaves. Okay, so this is again a function of stem. Bearing leaves, bearing flowers. That is also a function of stem. This is the red bird. Common name is red bird. Ceres canadensis is the botanical name of this plant. So stem supports a display of flowers also. Okay. So this is again one of the function of stem. Bearing leaves, bearing flowers, help to display of the flowers. Okay. This flower you already observed somewhere. These flowers are all. These are the fruits. These are present in our nearby areas, which is known as the ipomia. Okay. Ipomia असं म्हणतात, which is also known as the morning glory. So stem supports a display of fruits. The stem is a vine म्हणजे veil around the object of the environment. So that is again support. Stem is giving a support. Stem is twisting over the uh, support part and supporting the plant. Okay. So it is also supporting the display of fruits. It is supporting the display of leaves. It is supporting display of flower. It is supporting display of fruit. Okay. And this flower, this plant, you already know, is commonly called as a cacti or a cactus. We observe this in a phylloclad. That is again a stem modification. Okay. And whatever the thorns we observe here, these are again comes under the leaf. Sorry, these are comes under the defense system of the plant, and these are the modified leaves. Okay, which has given a scale like thorn like structures. So it also does a photosynthesis. As they are green in color, as leaves are reduced to a thorn like structures. The photosynthesis function is done by steam. Generally, the same is not doing a photosynthesis. Generally, photosynthesis is the function of leaf. Do that here. Same is doing a photosynthesis. Again, later on we come to know that what these modifications are called as. And this plant is Opuntia, okay, which is the common cacti present in our nearby. And along with photosynthesis, they are fleshy and they are containing a jelly-like substance. That jelly-like substance means a presence of water. So they modified to store water. Okay. Again, this is Amorphalus, again a common name. They also store some chemical compounds. Okay. So defense chemical, that is mescaline. This plant stem is storing this defense chemical. Plant is Lophophora. Okay. And this whatever the chemical substance is the mescaline, which is a hallucinogenic. Hallucinogenic means, so after taking smell of this, the person is not able to control over emotions and all. Okay, so that is a hallucinogen. Hallucinogenic. If any animal try to eat this, then the animal is not able to control its activity. So that compounds are known as hallucinogenic compounds. Okay. Are you getting my voice?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So after this is the whole where we observed different modifications. You can write down the chart in your notebook so that you are able to remember what you have to write in this system, which is modified, and their modification they are categorized as underground, subaerial, and aerial. Okay, undergrounds below the ground, subaerial just above the ground, and aerial above the ground. Okay, so underground modifications, they are further separated as tuber, comb, bulb, and rhizome. Tuber, comb, bulb, and rhizome. Okay, so again a different various example of this. The first we can go for a tuber. corm, bulbs, and rhizomes. So this is one of the most common example of the tuber. So what is this? This is the potato tuber. Now why it is included under the stem? Why it is included under the stem? Because it is bearing a buds. So these are the sprouts which are present over the s- potato. Okay. So that's why it is known as a stem. And when at the initial stages, when you observe the plant, if you try to pick up the plant from the soil, then you can observe some roots which are coming out from the stem. As they are mature now, we are not observing the root scars or roots. But when the young stages, we can observe roots. Okay, so stem. This stem is modified. So lowermost bud, lowermost node of the plant, they modified into a potato tubers. So what is the shape? Shape is not generally decided, that somewhat oval. Sometimes they are oval. Okay. So here the same is modified for storing of food. So lot of starch is stored in the potato, and it is stem because it has a nodes which produces new shoots. That is just the important one. So you have to write just that much, that how it is looking like, what is the shape is, and why it is included under the stem. Okay, and what it is storing, and we have to draw a diagram. These are the combs. Various decorative plants, they are developed by these combs. This one is the Corcus combs. So comb is a solemn vertical stem, and which has a papery covering, which is vertically elongated. There is a somewhat difference between a bulb and comb. Bulb generally they have some typical shape, but the combs they don't have a typical shape. It has a stout. They are growing somewhat in any direction. They are looking like a bulb, but they are not actually bulb. But characters are differ. Do you any time heard about the Amorphallus? Amorphallus or Suran असं काही ऐकलंय का तुम्ही कधी?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that is the comb. So where it is storing a food material. Okay. So this is the growth cycle of the comb. How we are getting a many comblets. So this is what under the ground. Okay, you can get a development of new comb over the old. These are the roots. And again, in this season, we are getting a new comblets. They are arising from the older comb, and these are used for the vegetative propagation. So tuber also used for the vegetative propagation. Combs are also used for vegetative propagation. Okay. So these are the new comblets generated from a old comb. Okay. Every comb they are growing like this, multiplying like this. See, these are the new comb. Each comb, if you separate it and planted into a new one, you are getting a new plant. Okay. So this is of gladiolus. Gladiolus, which is again a plant. Flower is used to prepare a bouquets. Okay. So gladiolus. Again, it is multiplying with the help of combs. The next one is bulb, tuber, comb, bulbs. So there are basically two types of bulbs: tunicated bulbs and scaly bulbs. Okay. A short difference between a tunicated bulb and a scaly bulb. Okay. Now here, this is what the cross section of onion is, right? And again, this thing we also observed in case of leaf, under the modification of leaf. Okay, so tunicated bulbs have a papery covering which is called as a tunic, and you can get a many concentrating rings. Okay. And what exactly modification here? What
Modification of
exactly?
stem.
Yeah. And where is the stem is?
Bulb. अच्छा stem कुठे मॅम
Ha.
ते मध
This one?
yes ma'am
No.
Bottom of
ma'am
bottom.
basal part
Huh?
basal part
Basal part. This is what the just this much part. You see here, you can observe the arrangement attachment of leaves. है ना? Can you observe the attachment?
yes ma'am
So
Yes.
when you are using these onions for the cooking, what you are doing, you are cutting this part so that these leaves can be separated. Are you doing like this? That you have to cut this part. This part is not generally used in your cooking. Are you doing this? Are you know about this?
yes ma'am
Yeah, yeah. So this part is not used. This is what actual we are including in our modification of stem. This is the stem is reduced to a disc-like structure, a plate-like structure. Here you can observe the attachment. And this what we are eating, these are the leaves which are modified for the storage. So onion is an example of both. It is also example of modification of leaf. It is also example of modification of stem. But when we are categorizing under the stem, you have to write about the basal plate and then the roots below. Okay, and the fleshy scales made up of modified leaf tissues. So this we are eating. Okay, see, are you able to see attachment?
yes ma'am
These are actually nodes which are compressed to a disc-like structure. Okay, and this what the root is. Okay, so tunicated bulbs they are forming concentric rings. So they are overlapping with each other. Leaves are overlapping with each other. Okay, so tunicate bulbs form onion rings when cut in a cross section. This cross sections, this onion rings, these cross sections we are not going to observe in a scaly bulb. Okay, so scaly bulb where each part is separated. So the other type of bulb is known as a scaly bulb, which lack a papery covering and have again they have the basal plate. At this is the basic character of bulb and have fleshy scale made up of lip tissues, but do not form rings when cut in a cross section. Just the difference is that tuniculated bulbs, the leaves they are overlapping with each other, and in the scaly bulbs they are not overlapping with each other. See, lily. Have you planted any time lily bulbs in your garden, in your home?
no ma'am
No. So when you are planting the bulbs, generally bulbs are used. When you are planting this lily, bulbs are used to plant. Okay. So these are known as a scaly bulb. Or again, a good example is the garlic bulb. Okay. Garlic, each clove we are going to separate out. When cut in a cross sections, we are not getting overlapping rings like in onion. Okay. So this is again a modification of stem. So see here the single bulb we are going to plant. After the months, we are getting a flower. This is about the tulip. Once the flower season is over, these bulbs are divided into many bulbs. Now each this white structure can be used for a different plant, for each plant. Okay. So by this way, the vegetative growth is continuation. So these are modified for the storage as well as these are modified for the vegetative propagation. Right? And the next modification is the rhizome. So it is horizontally growing generally. Roots below of the rhizome. Maybe you are not able to observe distinct nodes and internodes. Sometimes you are able to observe, sometimes you are not able to observe. The rhizomes are underground stem, horizontally growing, and produces shoots and adventitious roots. See, here you can observe they are producing shoots above and roots below. Okay, so this is what the rhizome is. Some grasses, they are also producing a long thin rhizome. Okay, so this is also rhizome. This thing we are you are knowing very well. What is this? Are you getting my
Ginger.
voice? Yeah, ginger,
Yes,
ginger.
ma'am.
Yeah, ginger. If you if you are going to plant this upper part, you are getting the roots below and shoots above. The other plants like ginger, which produces large and thick rhizomes, they are called as the pachymorphs. So these are the modifications, underground modifications of this thing. That is tuber,
Bulb,
bulb,
corm,
corm,
rhizome.
rhizome. Good. Okay.